What's up, ladies and gentlemen? If you are new to the channel, my name is SSG and I create gameplay commentary videos, and today, as the title suggests, we will be taking an important look into the dating scene, and this video is titled "Why Dating Won't Save You." Please don't forget to subscribe, share and like the video for more content like this, as I will be uploading more videos for you guys. So without any further ado, let's get into the topic of the day. When we were younger, we often thought that one day we would just run into the love of our lives and live happily ever after. Run off into the sunset and, have a white picket fence, all that stuff. And the fact is, as we grew older, we came to understand that finding a soulmate isn't something that can be planned, rushed, or forced. However, people are still ignoring one simple, obvious fact. The fact is that most people don't want relationships. They don't want to be in relationships, and they can't even stand people. They don't want anyone to come into their lives, basically. This will further explain why the sexual marketplace is the way it is today, and how this also ties into why sex within the younger population is at an all-time low. Like, seriously, you guys, nobody's getting nobody's getting lucky. Everyone in this generation has to be under some sort of chastity vow. Like, it's crazy. Fewer and fewer young people are having sex, and the fact is that every day the statistics become more glaring, and this is because most people don't want relationships, like I mentioned before. In fact, most young people are starting to understand that relationships take a lot of work, and most times will require you to sacrifice and compromise your values in most cases. This being the case, most young people would rather not deal. They would rather look for an alternative means to get what they want. Think about it this way: most people don't want to cook, they want to eat something tasty. If people can get what they want without the stress of cooking, then they'll do just that. That's why we have so many fast food chains coming up every other second. If people can get what they want with less stress, more cheaply, and with convenience, then they will. It's just human nature. The same basic principles hold true in the current dating climate. The truth is that most people don't want to get involved with other people. They just want the benefits that come with getting to know someone else. These benefits can include companionship, sex, intimacy, and warmth. People want all the benefits, but none of the commitment. Of course, this creates some kind of conundrum, because half of these people only know how to get what they want through dating. The other half would rather watch porn or just play with themselves. When these two classes of people meet in real life, the lines tend to get blurry and feelings tend to get hurt. So basically, you have two classes of people: some people who know how to get what they want through dating, and some people who only use adult videos to get off. So when these two people meet in the real world, a lot of feelings tend to get hurt, because these two people are looking for different things, even though they think they are looking for the same thing. And this reason is why I believe that everyone needs to just take a break from dating and find out who they are, explore other stuff that they like to do. Like, in the modern world, the truth is you never really know who you're dating or who you're dealing with, and this can be very, very scary if you think about it. Another thing I would like to touch on is the role that social media plays in today's dating scene. Now, social media is a very touchy subject for me, and sometimes, especially when I try to explain the sinister role that social media has played in the declining dating scene, I get lost for words. However, this time at least, I'll try to paint a very clear picture. Social media is like an illusion that has been cast on society. It's like the blind leading the blind. And most people on social media are actually very, very self-obsessed. They inhabit platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and even YouTube. where they spread a lot of negativity and impose their standards on regular, normal folk like you and me. And the worst part is that these regular folks eat this stuff up and start to conflate what they see on social media with reality. Which is why I always urge people to use social media with extreme caution. Watch who you follow, watch what you subscribe to. Like, just watch it all, because you never know how these things are affecting you subconsciously. If you are someone who is very active on Twitter, then you already know what the heck I'm talking about, and I know you can relate. Another way social media has affected the dating scene is that it grossly overestimates the success of other people's relationships. For instance, you could just be scrolling on Twitter or TikTok and you come across a seemingly happy couple, but what you're seeing is just a picture that tells you 1,000 words. You see a happy couple, when in reality that might be far from the case. That couple could have gotten into a heated argument right before they took that cute picture and posted it on social media. Social media is a tool for mass deception, and we should all be aware of the damage that it continues to inflict in our society at large. Well, guys, as I always do, I won't leave you guys with just problems. I won't prefer any solutions. There is many solutions to the dating scene crisis, and first things first, you need to guard your heart. I say this because I don't want you to end up giving your heart to someone who mishandles it. You want to wait for the right person to come along. So guard your heart. For all things you do, flow from it. You don't want to become bitter because of someone you otherwise should have never given any attention to. I myself have met a few dates through online dating, and while it worked out for me, it was an overall bad experience that absolutely demolished my self-esteem. And I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I compare the feeling to applying for jobs in a shitty economy, and when you do get the job, you regret even looking for employment in the first place. Yeah, it happens, guys. Like, if you're not ready to date anyone, if you know you're not in any position to be ready for that kind of commitment, like, I would just say, like, take a step back and do something else, man. You can go into like self-improvement, you can go into gaming, you can start a YouTube channel like what I'm doing right now. Like, you can just delve into self-improvement until the right person comes along. Like, we don't have to date people until you're ready. Like, guys, come on. Okay, I know I'm talking to mostly guys here. Like, I check my YouTube analytics, it's mostly only guys watch my channel. I barely get any women on this channel. But if by chance there are any women on this channel, I would say the same applies to you. Like, girls, guys, you guys don't need to be dating anyone right now if you know you are not in any position to do just that. My second realistic solution would be to seek stability and increase your standards. I'll say it again because I didn't say it well the last time. My second realistic solution would be to seek stability and increase your standards. Capitalism in its current form is extremely toxic, and whether you like it or not, this toxicity creeps into all spheres of our lives, be it relationships, job markets, and even politics. You should be seeking a more holistic lifestyle rather than chasing after people. You should find more ways to be less consuming, less selfish, and more productive as a human being. Investing in your wellness can greatly improve your chances of meeting people who are on your wavelength. You need to focus less on what you demand from others and more on what you're offering. As your standards increase for your own life, so does it increase for your dating life. It's basically the same thing I said, earlier. As your standards increase for your life, so does it increase for your love life. Like, guys, we need to become the best version of ourselves to attract the kind of people we want in our lives. If you do not become the best version of yourself, you will always have to settle. It is a very harsh and bitter truth, but it is the truth nonetheless. So, guys, second solution, seek stability, increase your standards. Let's move on to the third tip. Yeah, this is my third tip, I think. My third tip for you guys is to enjoy your single life, and don't let the fact that you're single stop you from experiencing and enjoying life. This is so important, guys. Excuse me. This is so important because a lot of people tend to see dating as a quest where they go out to find the missing piece to their puzzle. I'm here to tell you that your puzzle is not missing any pieces, and you can be yourself, and you can form your own interests. You can go to the movies alone, you can go on road trips alone, you can rock with yourself alone until the right person comes along to make it better. Never wait on life, and never be scared to do things on your own, because you're a human being first. You were born alone, and that fact is something you will have to come to grips with. You don't need anyone to enjoy your life, guys. Don't be one of these guys who waits around and says, oh, my life is miserable, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a wife, I lost my wife, I lost my ex. Come on, guys, like just quit it, just cut it out. You don't need anyone. Like even I'm single right now, and like I've always remembered doing stuff by myself. Like even when I had a girl, I would do stuff by myself alone. Like you don't need anyone to go to the movies with you. You don't need anyone to go and do other things that you like, because the truth is, when you go and do things you like, you will find like-minded people in those places. So I urge you to always endeavor to leave your home and go out there and form your own experiences, and just enjoy the world. Enjoy your world, bro. This is your world. Another useful tip I have for you guys, I think this is my fourth tip. Yeah, my fourth tip. Another useful tip is to understand your life path. Let me explain it like this. 2% of guys have their lives on easy mode. They were born into a rich family. They are either good looking or tall, sometimes both. However, on the other end of that spectrum, 99% of guys have a really tough time, meaning their life path is generally going to be more different and more difficult than the guys who were born with everything. My point is, dating right now isn't even an option for most men. And if you fall into this category, you need to understand your life path. Understand that you might have to go down the self-improvement route, and this is a good thing. When you set out to improve your life, this is a positive thing and can eventually change your life path. One day you'll look back and see that you were better off than the guys who were born with everything, because you earned your spot. You earned the right to succeed. You earned the right to sit at the table. You earned the right to eat. So value your life path and see it as a privilege. This is one that hits close to home, guys. Like I'll always use myself as an example. Like, I wasn't born with everything. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Like, life has been a struggle, but I am still on the self-improvement route. And like, I use my YouTube channel as an example. I mean, I started this channel like a month ago, and honestly, it's been a very life-changing experience for me, meeting you guys, like, and having these discussions about real world stuff that affects men and that affects people at large. Like, I'm just using that as a way to improve myself. Yeah, I'm using this channel as a means to improve myself and to meet new people. Like, I barely go out, I barely leave my house, but I am meeting new people every day because of YouTube. This is self-improvement. Self-improvement doesn't necessarily mean that you're going out of your way to always do hard things. No, it just means you're taking one step at a time and moving towards a brighter future, which is what I want for every single guy watching my channel, every single guy and every single girl. If you're a girl watching this channel, hey, congratulations. But for this particular video, I am talking to most men. Like, with self-improvement, you can never go wrong. So guys, that was my my fourth tip, I think. Yeah, understanding your life path. So let's move on to my fifth tip. My fifth tip is to avoid watching corn. Yeah, guys, you heard that correctly. Avoid any quick fixes and any shortcuts that might take you down the path of instant gratification. Subscribing to hundreds of OnlyCans models will only leave you feeling depleted, and this will affect your self-esteem. Anytime you train your brain to think that it's okay to pay for girls so you can get a little bit of attention, a little bit of action, it says a lot about your self-esteem, my guy. Even paying for escorts should not be on the table. When you pay for a woman's time, you are inadvertently telling yourself that you deserve love only when you pay for it, and this can turn you into a bigger simp than you already are. Guys, this one is so important. Avoid paying for women. Avoid paying for women. I'll say it again for the guys at the back. Avoid buying love. Don't buy anybody's love. Anything you buy can be bought from you. Yeah, I'll say it again. Anything you buy on these streets can be bought back from you. There is a buyback clause on everything you choose to buy. So be careful what you buy out here. And if you're buying it, make sure it's worth it. But I would just avoid buying anything altogether. Like, if someone wants to love you, make sure they love you for you. Don't be a trick. Your mom raised many things, but she didn't raise a trick. So do not be a trick. Please, I urge you guys, avoid paying for sex. It is very detrimental to your health, to your self-esteem, to your morale, to your outlook on life, and to your general well-being. Just, if someone wants to love you for you, that's fine. If someone claims to love you, find out why, take it in strides, and keep moving on. But never pay for sex. My sixth advice is to learn how to handle disrespect. When you're a guy that's really trying to date these modern women, you have to understand that they will try to belittle you. Some women these days expect so much from a man. They expect fancy dates, and these girls don't care how you're paying. They don't even care how you make your money. They just want you to pay. The thing to remember here is that it is not normal behavior, and you need to know when to walk away. This also applies to women as well. If you're dating a guy who cheats on you or who treats you unfairly, this opens you up to disrespect, major disrespect in fact. And just know that anytime you decide to, you can walk away. So please, guys, control your emotions and keep believing that you'll find the right person for you. Just persevere. And if you're ready to go out there to date anybody, if you're ready to start going on dates, be prepared for the disrespect though, because the disrespect is real on these streets. Don't say SSG didn't warn you. But for real, guys, thinking about it for a second, if dating hasn't worked out for you yet by now, then it means that there's something fundamentally wrong with the way you view dating. And my hopes for this video is that it reaches the right people and opens your heart and your eyes to the truth about dating in the modern world. And I hope that you can begin to make the necessary changes that you need in order to have a more holistic approach to dating. My last piece of advice, guys, to anyone seeking a partner in 2024 is to make sure your self-esteem is high, as in sky high. This way you can avoid the pitfalls of dating. When your self-esteem is high and you have the ability to call out bullshit when you see it, this can be a game changer. You also need to search within yourself to understand what your outlook on dating is. You see, a lot of young people have a negative outlook on dating and relationships, and the fact is you could be one of them. If, for example, you grew up in a single parent household, that means you inherited your view of love from your single parents, and whatever it is they went through is now internalized into your psyche. In this case, I don't think you should even be dating at all. I feel like you should be working on your inner dialogue and changing the way you view relationships. This can take a lot of work, but I promise, guys, it is worth it. I promise if you change the way you view relationships, you will attract the right people. It's not rocket science. To see a change, you in turn must also change, because nothing changes if nothing changes. Cliche, I know, but it is true. The dating scene is more than meets the eye. There are people out there entertaining toxic people because they are afraid to be alone. There are domestic abuse cases happening behind closed doors, and I'm just here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. You can find the perfect person, but it will take some work. You need to attract a partner who sees you as an equal, and avoid people who treat you like an option. But more importantly, you should never bet your happiness on other people, as this is always the wrong way to approach life. With that being said, if you're willing to put up with the storm of mediocrity that is the modern dating scene, then I want you to stop being docile. Go out there and find the love of your life. But remember to always keep vigilant. Remember to always vet these potential dates and never appear desperate. I hope this video was able to entertain and educate you guys. If you found this video fun, then kindly subscribe, give it a thumbs up. This is where I leave you guys. As always, peace, 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 and more peace. I love you guys. Stay happy, stay festive this holiday season. Make sure you enjoy your December, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am SSG signing out. Peace.